Greetings, gamers. KWK here with you today. Another long play we got in store for you today. A good old classic called Kung Fu for the original Nintendo or NES, however you want to say it. Um, I got this one wrapped up today nice and quick for us. It is a very addicting arcade style game. It's not very long, but it's got some very fun and satisfying elements to it, as you can see. Between good old-fashioned moves of kicking, punches, and jump kicks, you pretty much got all the kung fu moves, so to speak, that you'd need to survive and get through this game. This game reminds me of my past a lot because this was one of the very first games I got for the NES, because at the time I got on an NES, this was very cheap at a local Funko land I picked up for a couple dollars. And I remember playing this game and enjoying it and kind of getting through. And I believe I beat it. And then I was talking to my friends about it. And for whatever reason, in my kid mind, I kept thinking that this was Karate Kid, because this game I purchased and Karate Kid came out not too long ago and I saw that movie. So I kept thinking for whatever reason that this game is Karate Kid. So I kept mixing up and saying, oh yeah, I got the video game Karate Kid, and my friends were all telling me, "Oh man, that game's horrible," and I just didn't understand because the whole time I was thinking to myself the game was kung fu. So I was sitting there and be like, "Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about, you man. I got Karate Kid at home, and it was a fun game, and I've beaten it." And then when I told all my friends that I beat it, they just wouldn't believe me. They're like, "Oh, there's no way you beat Karate Kid." They're like, "Nobody's that good. That game's ridiculous." They're like, "That game is just too difficult," and I'm like, "I don't think it's that difficult." So the whole joke of it all was, finally my friends came over. I pulled out the game. I looked at it, and I'm like, "Oh, it's kung fu." So I looked like quite the dope at that time, but it was pretty funny, that big miscommunication. How the whole day at the schoolyard, the kids thought that I could have possibly been capable of playing Karate Kid, and then I eventually got to play Karate Kid, and boy, was that an ordeal in itself. That was quite a frustrating game and was not very entertaining in the least. Maybe one day down the road, if I'm feeling adventurous, I might pop in and attempt a long play, but who knows? I got random ones coming. If anybody comments and starts giving me some recommendations to consider, it would be great. I would look into it and see what I can do. But for now, let's concentrate here on Kung Fu and not get too sidetracked here. As you can see, as I'm progressing this one, it's not exactly a perfect long play. I mean, yeah, I could sit here and try to perfect my game and be really cool and show off and try to not get hit at all and do a whole perfect run for you guys, but that isn't what my channel's all about. I'm kind of here as it's just a random day. You're feeling like sitting down and relaxing. It's rainy outside, and you just want to play some old game that you got laying around, or just try something new out, and you just want to pick it up off the shelf, and you want to try your darndest to just concentrate on that game all day and get it completed. And that's kind of how my approach is with all these games here. I do realize I'll run into games that are going to take much longer than one day to complete, but for right now and to get the channel started here, I've been focusing more on games that I could feasibly sit down and play and have a chance of beating within one sitting. So what better to pick than, hey, a good old arcade classic on the NES, Kung Fu, as you can see right here. So as you can see, it's not a perfect run, but it is a long play. It does show you all the levels and elements of the game. It shows you a lot of my mistakes, as you can see, that I've made, but I did powerhouse on through and get my uh, death right there, as you can see. And it's kind of fun watching myself play again and realize how quickly you learn from your mistakes, or you don't learn from certain mistakes. Like right here, you can see that, all right, I got the pattern down for these guys. I'm going through. Oh, there we go. I got these guys down cold, so I know what to anticipate. I got a full health bar. All right, let's attack this boss. Uh-oh, these guys are coming. As soon as I see the arms, I usually stop and then take care of them. I wait for the arms. That's kind of my protocol on those normally. Oh, this guy, man, whacked me in the head. Whacked me in the head. Hey, I just can't get up to this guy. Hey, slow down. Oh, whoops. Well, see. All right, let's see if I learn from my mistake on that one. I mean, There's a lot of long plays online of people that just do speed runs, and those are really cool, and people that just do long plays and for the most part try to make it as perfect or as impressive as possible. And I'm just here to show like an average gamer picking up an old game and just trying their best for the day and seeing what they can come out with it, or a couple hours, whatever it takes, and just giving it the old college try. That's what my whole channel is about here. Is there's no perfectionists, there's no speed runs, there's nothing like that. It's just, hey, I picked this up and this is how it happens. And right there with my health that low, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna get lucky? Whoa, just made it by the skin of my teeth. See that right there? I call that a Mega Man move. I say it's Mega Man time always, because in the past when I play Mega Man, there's so many times I'd race around and fight robot bosses, and I'd get all crazy fighting them and be dodging and just not pay attention to my health, and then I'd see that I'd have that one bar in Mega Man. If you've ever played Mega Man before, you have bars for health, and then you have this one sliver bar. I've been in so many situations of playing all the Mega Man series that I only had one bar of health, and I just kept going. I just kept shooting and jumping crazy when fighting a robot boss in that game, and then I defeated him with one bar of health left. So whenever I see that you're really low on health, I mean, I take that as an adrenaline rush time I look at, and I think to myself, well, it's Mega Man time. There's plenty of times in games that I just, right at the end, when the heat is on and the pressure is there, that is usually when you get my best out of any kind of gaming situation. It's almost like it's best to be racing through a game with low health. I'll actually do better than have the confidence of a full bar and then possibly play overconfidently or maybe a little lazy, however you want to look at it. But even in my previous videos you could look at on Super Mario Land, for example, I had a Mega Man moment on the end of that game. I was just trying to race through and beat the boss, and I can't remember how many I used, but I used a number of lives on that game, and I just totally got slaughtered by the boss. And then once I had no lives left, there's no looking back. I'm going to have to either continue or completely replay the entire game. Right then I got my game face on and I mowed through and I beat the game, which you can see on that other video of Super Mario Land for Game Boy that I did. It's kind of funny how that works for me. Maybe other gamers are the same way, but that's just another reason of why you're not going to see me do that all the time, a perfect long play run. Right, here's a classic boss. Nothing's better than a boss with a good old leg sweep, just taking it easy, and there you go. Nice cheap kill for the boss. But once again, I don't have perfect score. I'm not super high, but it's fun. I had a great time. I got to do this long play. It's all completed. We'll see what kind of score I rack up there. And there's your ending. Thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you subscribe, leave comments. Thanks.